Hi folks, just trying to give you a quick rundown. I want to do a quick video today. Won't be the best. So weeks ago, I said that my pellet stove wasn't feeding pellets, and I was able to get in there with a coat hanger from the top, from the hopper here, and kind of jiggle that around, scrape that out so it can get pellets. Well, I've had to do that like 3 times, and I finally had it with it last night. Let's see if I can find my flashlight. Hold on. Okay, so I didn't think I had the room to do that, but there's the auger right there. I pulled it out. I took this stovepipe off. In between here was some, looks like some fiberglass that they had squished in there. I'm going to use RTV. There's your sensor to know if your stove is on. See all this sawdust and stuff? I've vacuumed quite a bit out of there. Now I'm going to stick the camera up there. I don't think you're going to be able to see, but maybe we'll get lucky. There, you little. So anyway, you can get to the pellet chute back here in the back, and I've had a screwdriver up in there and I've been jamming it up in there because I can feel stuff in there, but I've gotten quite a bit of stuff out and I've got quite a bit more to go, but I'm going to eat. So anyway, you can get to that chute up there from the back. You have to take the auger out. I guess I got about, there's probably about 8 or 10 inches from here to here, and the auger's 10 inches long, so there it lays. So just FYI. Now I've had this stove for, geez, probably 7 or 8 years. This is the first time I've had to do this, so just to kind of give you an idea. So when I put that back together, I'm going to have to put RTV around this part here, this tube, and then RTV around here, and then I'm going to vacuum all that out of there, but I'm not quite done trying to clean that gunk out of there. So there you have it. That's today's project. Ugh. So I don't know how descriptive I can be here. I don't know what you need to know, but there's 3 bolts holding that stovepipe on that flange. There's 2 bolts that hold this collar on to hold the auger in there. You got to take the chain off. I had to take the that trap door out of the pellet chute so I could look at it, but anyway, there you have it. It'll be running here in a little while, hopefully. Okay folks, the job is complete. The stove's back together. I haven't started it up yet, and that is because I used RTV on this coupling back here. I didn't have the gasket for it, and I want to give that really a good chance to set. So, you know, use RTV on your car and maybe you jump the gun. So what's the big deal in the car? Well, maybe you get a little oil leak, right? But here, if I jump the gun, I'll get exhaust gases venting into the house. So I want to give that as best chance I can. I don't know if I'm going to fire that up tonight or just wait till tomorrow, or, you know, tomorrow when I can get a gasket for it, or whatever. We'll see. It depends on how cold I get tonight anyway. But so the door seal at the top, you can see where the glass is dirty, needs replaced. I'm not too concerned about that at this point, and the reason being is because the stove is under negative pressure, which means it's pulling a vacuum, it's pulling oxygen into the door, and that's why this door is dirty, because the flames kind of come towards that door where the oxygen is coming in. And that's not a big deal because the combustion fan is on in the stove, and it's always putting the stove under negative pressure. But it is a big deal here if that coupler doesn't seal, because that's the only part that's under positive pressure. From this side of the combustion fan on, that's all positive pressure. So I want to give that as good a chance as I can to seal. Now apparently the exhaust gas can be no more than 500 degrees according to code if you're putting it in your house. And the RTV is good to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm going to let it set for a few hours at the very least before I start it up, and maybe even wait till tomorrow. But anyway, there you have it. If I start it up tonight, I'll show you guys that it works. Thanks for watching. I guarantee that pellet chute, for lack of a better term, is much cleaner than it's been in years, so it should be fun. Thanks again. Okay folks, so here's the deal. I put that RTV on there. It's like good to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, I don't really trust it. So I did want to go get the gasket for that today. It's a fiberglass gasket. But the only place that has it near me is like an hour away. And I would have ran and got the gasket and come back, but I had to go to another city I had to pick my wife up in another city, and I had to take her to another city so we could pick her car up, her Subaru. I was able to knock one of the 2 wheel bearings out of there, replace one of the 2 wheel bearings. Unfortunately, it wasn't the one that really needed fixing. So we had to take it to the Subaru dealer. So I had to do that, so I couldn't run and get a gasket. So when I came home, I went and got this ultra copper, which is good to 700 degrees. It says it's good for exhaust. So I was going to put this on here until I can get that gasket, just so I could use the stove in an emergency. But when I went to take that stovepipe off, it's glued pretty good with that other RTV. So I don't feel like bending up that stovepipe right now and getting it off just to put this on. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. But I'm not going to run this at night right now. I'm just going to run it during the day. I have 2 sensors on. If it leaks gas into there, I've got this carbon monoxide sensor here. Not sure if that's working or not, but I've got my other sensor I made, my Arduino sensor. So it says, you probably can't see, it says fresh air and it says 23. Now if that level goes up, I'll be able to see if there's carbon monoxide leaking in there. And if there's carbon monoxide leaking in, then I know the smoke and the gases are leaking in. But anyway, the stove's fixed. There you have it. Still need to get that gasket. See, I've got this off so I can see if there's any leaks back there. So thanks for watching. And yeah, so that fixed the stove. Thanks again. Have a great night. Have a great week.